don't have to rise.
Rise up, mate. Let's get it. Rise up.
The Honorable Kirsten is now presiding. Now you can.
You may be seated. The case involves a middle school student who is accused of making unwanted advances towards a female student. Will the state's attorney please present their opening statement?
My client, Calissa Van Zanten, was sexually harassed by Jake Stavola. Jake and Calissa were recently dating, but then suddenly one night Jake found himself waiting for Calissa at a restaurant. Calissa had forgotten accidentally. Jake freaked out and got super out of control, making up rumors and lies about Calissa's sexual behavior, blaming it on others or denying he did it. The next day, Calissa saw him walking in the halls of school and was about to walk up to him to apologize when he only walked past. Calissa was confused when he ignored her and walked away laughing with the rest of his friends. Later that day, Calissa saw Jake flirting with a bunch of girls, so she decided to end things for someone who wouldn't respect her. She broke up with him in person before lunch when he was infuriated. He walked away very upset with a devilish plan to make her sorry. He continued to spread rumors about her while texting her in a sexual manner. Calissa continued to ignore him because she didn't want his drama in her life anymore. Jake continued to text Calissa in a seductive manner, this time sending inappropriate pictures. She walked up to Jake to ask him to stop once and for all. He hugged her and put his hands too low on her body. She broke free and slapped him across the face. Calissa asked why he had done that. Then she ran to the principal's office and showed him her phone and told him the whole story. The story shows that Calissa was in fact sexually harassed by Jake.
Will the state's attorney please provide their first statement? Will the defense team please provide their opening statement?
My client, Jacob David Stavola, is innocent. Calissa Van Zanten has falsely accused my client. Calissa and Jacob have been classmates since elementary school when they both attended Ivy Hall. It was in third grade when Calissa and some friends continually bullied Jacob on the playground during recess. Since then, Jacob had tried to keep a distance away from Calissa. In fourth grade, Jacob did not want to remain silent any longer. He told the school social worker what was occurring, and Calissa was pulled aside and lectured. Ever since then, Calissa has had a hatred towards Jacob. 2 months before Jacob was falsely accused, he was at the supermarket with his mother when he lost his phone. His parents have refused to buy him a new one, and Jacob has not received any text messages since. My client is in a committed relationship with Claire Belling. Claire and Jacob have been in a relationship for 1 year and 2 months. Their common friend, Divya Sivaraja, first set them up. Claire and Divya are best friends. The week that the plaintiff declared she was sexually harassed happens to be the week that Jacob was absent from school with a fever at 101.2. Divya, Jacob's neighbor, brought him his homework and clearly saw that he was sick. It is clear that Jacob Stavola is innocent. My client, Mr. Williamson, and I are prepared to prove this to you and tell you the true story of what really happened.
Will the state's attorney please provide their first witness?
Wait. State's attorney, you have to call the witness.
Okay, Nathan.
Please raise your right hand and respond to my question. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay, what do you see?
Why don't you walk over to your clients?
Well, I was at lunch sitting with my friend Ethan, and we were at the lunch table looking toward Calissa's table. So what I saw was Jake rubbing her back and giving her a massage sort of thing as she never wanted, and it was very sexual, where he was trying to do something, like giving her a massage and stuff, but it was really, really bad, and she did not want it.
Okay, thanks.
Sit down, you're not excused.
Does the defendant have any questions for the state's attorney witness?
Where did you sit in the lunchroom?
We sat on the right side.
And are you sure you saw Jake?
Yes.
because there's a lot of people who are very short around here in the lunchroom. So, are you sure it was him?
Yes.
Because, okay, if you're absolutely positive it was him, then I have no questions.
The state's attorney may call their second witness.
Yes. Please raise your right hand and respond to my question. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth?
Yes, sir.
Stop.
Yes, I heard it repeated times when when Calissa was sitting down and Jake was sexually massaging her. She repeatedly said stop and go away, but Jake did not comply with the orders.
Who is your witness and how does he know your client?
They're friends.
Does the defendant have any questions for the state's attorney's second witness?
If you heard Jake doing something, why didn't you stop him yourself?
I repeatedly shouted stop across the lunch street.
Do we have any witnesses that heard you say that?
There's only 2 witnesses.
Alright,
The other one already went.
No, he's asking you if there were other witnesses who heard you
Did
say
anyone hear
that.
you shout to Jake to tell him to stop? Because if someone like me saw that, I would.
If the so-called sexual harassing was stopped by you, then why does Melissa Van Zatten claim it continued on for quite some time?
Calissa's friend that was sitting next to her heard it, and she told Jake to stop.
Where's closest friend now?
She's in a different class.
All right then.
She's not in the courtroom.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in gym.
Any other questions? You may.
The defense calls their first witness to the stand.
I call Olivia Sabraja to stand.
Please raise your right hand and respond to my question. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth?
I do. How long have you known Jacob David Stabola?
I have known Jacob since we were 2 years old because we were neighbors.
And how do you know the instigator?
Is her Kiki? We both go to the same school because, if I live next to Jacob, then obviously I go to the same school as him.
What is Jacob's relationship with Calissa?
Well, Calissa bullied Jacob when he was in 3rd grade. I personally saw it. I was one of the people who encouraged Jake to step up and tell a teacher about what was happening. And Jacob, he's a really nice guy, and he tends to keep a polite distance away from Calissa because he doesn't want to get into any sort of bad relationship or anything like that. So keeps a distance, doesn't interact with her outside of educational purposes, and that's about it.
What is Jacob's relationship with his girlfriend, Claire Belling, and how do you know her?
Oh, Claire Belling, she's my best friend, and it's really good, to be honest. They're really happy together, and I think it's really sweet.
Weren't you the one who introduced Jacob and Claire?
Yes, I did. Because Claire comes to the house so much, it was obvious that Jacob would see her at least once or twice. So, and they're in a really good relationship right now. So, yeah.
Have you ever seen Jacob display any type of sexual harassment in or out of school?
No, Jacob's a really shy guy, especially with girls. In fact, he wouldn't be with Claire if it wasn't for me trying to push him to be with Claire. So, yeah.
Did you see Jake on any of the days of the so-called harassment?
No, he was sick that week because I personally brought him the homework, and he was clearly sick.
And when you went to his house to bring your homework, what did he look like?
He was really, really pale, and he was asleep at that time. Actually, his mom actually got received the homework, and yeah, he needed rest. For sure.
Does the state's attorney have any questions for the defendant's witness? defense team may now call their second witness to the stand.
Please raise your right hand in response to my question. Do you swear to say the truth and the whole truth?
Yes. Okay, how long have you known Jake? Ever since third grade, I met him on the playground and he was being bullied by a group of girls. We became good friends over the years.
When was the last time you contacted Jake through his cellular device or cell phone?
Well, it's been maybe around 2 months, and I asked him for help on his homework, and he never responded. And at school, I asked him why. He told me he lost his phone, and as far as I know, he hasn't gotten it back.
Is Jake in a relationship currently at the moment?
Yes, he's in a relationship with Claire Belling. She's on a vacation with her family in Cancun, Mexico at the moment.
Have you ever seen Jake interact with Calissa? If so, describe it.
Yes, it was in third grade, and I was on the playground, and Jake was being made fun of and called mean names. Calissa was the one who was causing these events. She would make a joke about Jake, and everyone would laugh and kick monkey chips at him. Ever since I know Jake was trying to keep his distance.
What was the experience on the playground like?
To me, the experience was very frightening. I could hardly pull myself together to stop Calissa from doing these horrible things. It was just rough seeing an innocent boy being criticized for things that were not in his control.
So overall, do you think Jake would ever do something like this to Calissa?
No, there is no way, and I don't know what you want, Calissa. But Jake is innocent. I've known Jake forever, and I don't think he would be capable of harassing someone, let alone someone who used to bully him.
Does the state's attorney have any questions for the defendant's second witness?
Yes. How did you know all the things that happened with you and your lawsuit?
Because he told me.
How do you know he's telling the truth? And you said you saw it.
Because I saw it, and he's my best friend.
Okay, and also, how did he lose his phone if he was sending pictures of himself to Calissa?
Well, he wasn't, and he lost his phone at the supermarket, like they said before.
Okay, also, you said that Jake bullied Calissa, that Calissa bullied Jake. So then, wouldn't that probably give Jake a reason to want to sexually harass her?
But he wouldn't harass someone who's bullied him. That's like,
Wouldn't he be mad at her?
he's a very shy, innocent boy, in my opinion.
The state's attorney may now begin their closing arguments.
State's attorney.
What's the closing
It's where you're summing everything up, all your evidence, your witness statements. Remember, you're talking to the jury.
Okay, so guys, it's obvious that Calissa was sexually harassed by Jake. Because he obviously has a good reason that he would want to harass her if she bullied him. It makes sense that he would have wanted to harass her and probably did.
The defense team may now begin their closing arguments.
I got it. In the end of this case, Jake Stavola was not guilty of sexually harassing Kiki. Vivia went to Jake's house to give him his homework, and Jake never had time to do any harm or sexual harassment of Kiki. He lost his phone and never had a chance to text anyone. The phone may have been picked up by someone and sent. Jake is scared of Kiki, school bullying. When someone gets bullied, they are automatically probably scared of the person that bullied them for the rest of their lives, probably. And when this happens, no one wants to ever hurt them back because they know that what is coming back to them is not future. I consider this court case closed.
As a jury, your job is to analyze the evidence provided to you during this case and make a sound decision. Only rule based upon the evidence and nothing else. You will have 5 minutes, 5 minutes to discuss with yourselves before giving me your decision. Does the jury have any questions?
Does the jury need any clarification on anything, or ask,
Question.
okay,
Or Jake and Kiki. Or Jake and Kiki dating at one point?
No.
Jake has been in a committed relationship for Claire Valley for 1 year and 2 months. Divya Silveraja for 7. Any accusations towards Jake that he was dating Calissa are absolutely false.
Any other questions?
yes, go ahead.
How can one of you guys say that he was at school this week sexually harassing Kiki when the other person says that Jake was sick that week, that Kiki reported him sexually harassing her. So which story is true?
It is quite likely that their witnesses have either viewed any events they saw occurring at school wrong. Our witness claims that she saw Jake at his house sick that week, so nothing
They were really close friends. So obviously I'll know that.
You pick up question, Francis.
It's not a question.
It's a jury's time.
Okay, well, you guys, they said that their witness says they saw him at home, but our witnesses saw him at school.
But Jake is like.
Jake was, the school reported Jake absent the whole time, he was gone the whole week.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Jake
because
was-
we're close friends with Jake.
You guys are
And if you look at the past records, Jake would be absent the whole week of that whole incident.
Okay, I'll look at it.
All right, the jury's asking a question. For clarification.
My last statement. Was Jake at home, Divya?
Yes, because he was sick that week, like I said. That's it.
All right, jury, then you can go out in the hallway. You can stop recording.
Kyle, not yet. Just have a seat. Okay, go ahead.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes.
Now you can go.
Show her.
Now you show her. No, Kyle will say it.
We find the defendant not guilty.